Good morning and welcome to the Tudor Cottage Diaries. My name is Heidi and yes, these are my Tudor Cottage Diaries. This is the first proper plot tour of 2024. Oh my goodness, this month's flown by. Yeah, it's been a mixture of rain at the beginning of the month, then we had intense winds and then freezing conditions, and we've had it freezing with the sun out, which is preferable for me. Just looking at the back garden, we've done an awful lot of clearing, so a lot of the leaves have gone. We've started to cut back some of the plants that were going a bit soggy. We've got the fleece protection on just to protect those vulnerable plants. The roses, they've had their January chop back. Yeah, so my job today is to tie in some of the plants that are well, need tying in. I want to sort out the compost bin area. The compost bins, I go on about these all the time. They were the first thing we put into this garden and they have been amazing. So we make all our own compost here. I want to get to the point where I'm making compost to sow seeds in. Alas, I haven't been able to get that finer compost without sieving it. We've got leaf mould here, which is incredible. And then, yeah, we've got the 4 main big compost bins here in the back garden. Wow. So, not a huge amount of colour to show you. The hellebores are literally nodding their heads away. We've got the dried up hydrangea seed heads. There's a heuchera just sat in the background there. Strangely, the fuchsia is doing its little bit. And we got a skimmy here. These are all honesty plants going through here. I've managed to thin those out a little bit, but I'll probably leave them where they are now. We've got the beautiful foxgloves, which I absolutely adore in this garden. There's absolutely loads of foxgloves. The alliums are just starting to come up here. I don't know if that's too early or not. Look at the Verbinia Valencia. I mean, I've chopped this all back down to 2 outward facing buds, but there's a nice patch of it in here. There's some stinging nettles. I need to get rid of those because this isn't where I have my stinging nettle patch. I do have one for the butterflies and the moths and things like that. Yeah, this needs a good sort out here. Loads and loads of forget-me-nots in here. This clematis is the one that I want to tie in here. What else is in here? Cow parsley in here. We've had a lot of mould damage, so the poor dawn chorus there has had a mould digging up around its roots, which isn't great. The buddleias had a massive cut back here. That's to keep that under control. And there's some branches there, or some stems there from the rambling rector, which I need to get rid of. What else have I got? I've got the trailing rosemary in here, which I'm going to use today because we're doing a roast dinner today, even though it's a Monday. We've got another fern that probably needs a little bit of a haircut. Forsythia is getting ready to flower. The ceanosus that was from the rescue bin is still struggling. I'm just going to let it do its thing. You never know, it might be okay. The clematis has had its cut back, ready for its brand new shoots to come up and over. And every year I tie it in till it gets to here, then I forget about it and it goes that way over the shrub. We've got some of the maples and the tree fern warm in their blanket of frost protection. Oh, I literally cannot tell you how cold it is. I think it's 2 degrees, 1 degree, 2 degrees, and this is in full sun. Look, I've managed to mow the crocus lawn again, so that's its 2nd mowing in January. I can't see anything yet, guys. I'm keeping my eyes open. Oh, I don't know how many bulbs have gone in here. I think it's 1,000 bulbs have gone into this little patch of lawn, and yeah, it's one of those anticipation things, isn't it? But what is coming up is these are the daffodils and tulips that were in the nice ceramic pots last year. They've been relocated to the plastic pots just to give some spring colour down here, and then the fresh tulips and daffodil bulbs have gone into the ceramic pots. This is going to come out, we'll thin that out and just tidy the weed up, but at the moment it's given shelter to the 2 remaining koi fish in there. The 2 that remain survived the stoat or the weasel, whatever it was, that's managed to kill about 15 fish. Very frustrating. Got another little hellebore just showing its little face. This viburnum's done so well. That was one of the first plants to go in. So today's job or mission is to clear out the daisy patch, just have a tidy up around here. Oh, I've made a cup of tea. I need to go and drink it because it's proper cold. I need to cover up the poor camellia strawberry parfait a bit better than I have done. It's all stuff that I'm going to forget, isn't it? You know what it's like. This is a Pyrrhus japonica scarlet O'Hara. What a fantastic name. Be interesting to see that when it comes out. That is an egg. I think one of my hens has, yeah, I'm really confused. I will go and see if I can find if one of them's made it into the back garden. Yeah, this border. This is where I've got that dreaded ground elder, which you can see it's not showing its tiresome head at the moment. it's the bane of my life. Oh dear, it's all in here. I dug all this section out last spring, right out, and this is all fresh compost in there. I'm kind of making my way back through this way. Loads and loads. Oh goodness, look at this Rebecca. Oh my gosh, and as this side is out. I don't know if you can feel that. Well, you can't feel it. I don't know if you can hear that wind around my ears. Ooh. Right, I've got to tie in these roses into these obelisks. This obelisk is not weathering very well at all. I think this is one that needs a paint job. With some hammerite. What I might do is just strip it off and then give it some hammerite for some extra protection. This was one that was in the garden when we moved in. Yeah, that's a job to go on the greenhouse board. Hammerite the obelisks. The patio and the brick patio has had a good sweep, but yeah, loads of weeds underneath the leaves. This is going to be a pool, a beautiful round basin pool of water and noise. I think that'd be absolutely beautiful. This Christmas tree, that was holding up a plant, so I need to get rid of that now. Right, through the hydrangea border. Looking much tidier with its mulch on it. Loads of bulbs coming through. I don't know how this fella is still flowering. Yeah, so that's it for the back garden tour. I always think January is a time for resetting goals and for resetting aspirations for the garden. You almost get a blank canvas every January, February, and then in March everything starts to come up, and I'm looking around me now and I'm thinking about all the things I should have, could have, would have done if I'd had the time, the better weather. But yeah, that gives me some projects for this coming year. Definitely lots to do in the garden still. Just the general maintenance takes quite a lot of my spare time, but it's all the other things that I want to do to bring this garden alive again. It's fairy tale magical here in the summer, and that's what I want to add to. So yeah, please click like and subscribe, follow my channel. It will get better, I promise. Bye bye. I don't know how I've done it, but I've run out of bird food, especially for Rowan, the little robin. It's the robin that nested in my office last summer and the summer before, and I took the footage of the babies hopping around my office. So yeah, I'm just going to mix Rowan a fat cake. So I'm using lard here, and I'm going to add some porridge oats, some fruit, some nuts, some oats, some wheat, etc., and just make it in an old meat tray. I'll give that all a good stir, then I'll put it in the meat tray and I'll let it set in the fridge. Although, to be honest, on a freezing day like today, it'd be fine outside. And then that'll make me feel less guilty about the robins and the blackbirds going hungry.